It started with a step followed by a trot. We learned to gallop. Then it got mechanical. At first it was to survive. It was all about the destination, but that changed when the journey started to get fun. I'm Julian Taylor, and these are my friends, Sam and Jen. If it has a motor, we will ride it, drive it, or fly it, and compete to win. It's not always about where you go, it's how you get there. It's not where you go, it's how you get there.
Here we are in Sugar Land, Texas, and our first stop is going to be Imperial Sugar. We're going to meet a historian with all the knowledge that's going to educate us on what makes this city so sweet. So what exactly are you looking at?
This is the sugar refinery here in Sugar Land, Texas, and it's where virtually all the imperial sugar was processed.
Hence the name Sugar Land. I got to meet Hal, a gentleman with a wealth of knowledge about this town. He gave me all the education going back over 150 years. So I come to find out that Sugar Land has a history of sugar, and I've got a sweet tooth. I'm really starting to like this place.
In 1927, the old Houston Post had an article that the headlines were, "There's no more wonderful place to live than that idyllic little town 30 miles southwest of Houston." And you don't use adjectives like that in describing a company town the way we all knew them to be. People were making every move they could to come out here because it was just a great place to live. Still is.
So it sounds like this town's all based around sugar. Is that the case?
Well, no, it was, because
Okay.
that's what built the town, through the sugar as a company town. And so that's where we came from. That's our roots.
So we're gonna go pick up some SUVs. Where should we go?
Who can show us around? Who knows the ropes?
I'll set you up with the mayor.
The mayor?
The mayor? What's the mayor's name?
His honor.
Oh, so he's just the mayor.
Yeah.
When you're the mayor, you're the mayor.
You're
That's
the
all
mayor.
that matters.
That's
All right.
You're the boss.
So where do we find the mayor then?
City Hall.
Well, that makes total sense. City Hall.
Let's do it. Let's go grab some SUVs and get on the road.
Let's do it.
I made arrangements for them to meet the mayor, and he will talk to them about the future of the city and things like that. It's a nice city. It's a nice-sized city. Hopefully, they'll go out to the Brazos Park, and Skeeter's Ballpark is probably one of the most beautiful ballparks you'll ever see. And then our town center is really a nice place because there's a lot of pedestrian traffic there, and you can walk around and see the city hall, and it's very interesting. It's a nice place.
Sounds like it's going to be an interesting trip. I'm going to see the mayor. I'm going to pick up some SUVs, do some touring of the city, and see some unique sights. I'm looking forward to it. Should be fun.
I've always said that there are two kinds of people, those that are with the good fortune to be born Texan and those with the good sense to want to become Texan. And when you talk about Sugar Land, let me assure you, there is no better place to live and raise a family than the sweetest place in the world, Sugar Land, Texas.
Whoa!
Say it ain't so. Did they finally upgrade the Pathfinder?
It looks like it. It's been 9 years since this body change.
Check it out. Killer lights.
I love it. It looks fantastic. 20-inch wheels. You got a huge moonroof, a roof rack.
Oh, yeah, a lot
I like
sportier.
the design of this.
Definitely a lot sportier.
It is.
What do you think?
Hey, how are
how
you
you doing? I'm Julian. Nice
I'm
to meet
Eric.
you.
I'm Sam.
Sam, nice to meet you.
We
What do y'all
finally
think
did it,
of
huh?
Yeah, how about that?
It's pretty. I know that.
So we have a lot of commotion going on right now because the 2022 Pathfinder just hit our lot. This is the first major body style change in about 8 or 9 years. I just wish I had more of them in my inventory because once we get one in, we're all calling about 10 to 15 customers. This SUV is the most popular vehicle on our lot right now. So Nissan really focused on the rugged look, the aerodynamics, and the aesthetics. One thing I heard you mention earlier was the staggered headlights.
Yeah.
So if you look at the grille, you look at the hood and the staggered headlights, pretty mean machine right here.
It's interesting because Nissan was one of the first SUV makers, kind of like Kawasaki with the jet ski and the personal watercraft. But it just seems like Nissan, like Kawasaki, kind of got passed up with a lot of the other manufacturers competing in that space. And I think now they're trying to get back on the game and come out with some new innovative technology.
What models have we got here? What are we looking at?
Okay, so we're looking, this is the blue one, is the Platinum, okay? This is an SL premium package. You'll notice that they both have sunroofs. So when you get the premium package on the SL, they all have the sunroof with the panoramic moonroof. I think they both seem excited and they kind of balance each other out nicely. It's kind of nice to be able to show them the new look, the aesthetics of the car. The ones we just looked at, the black one is our SL Premium and the blue one is a fully loaded Platinum. They both come with beautiful 20-inch machine alloyed wheels. They all come standard with a 3.5-liter V6 engine, 284 horsepower, and 259 pounds of torque.
So tell me, does it come with a manual gearbox?
Why would you even ask that question? We've got technology here, and it's a 9-speed. Like, come on. I don't get this guy. Julian again brings up a manual gearbox. Why is it such an important feature for this guy? We hear this thing's a 9-speed transmission, and this guy's still asking about shifting and pushing in a clutch. There's no reason for it. Next thing you know, he's gonna come back and ask for 3 on the tree. That's so long gone, but he's gonna want it.
I've driven cars, new cars recently that still had manual gearboxes, so I ask, and I get made fun of because I love my manual gearboxes. Now, if it was manual, it would only be a 6. You'd never do 9. However, being a 9, I bet it's going to be really smooth, loads of torque, loads of low-down torque as well, I can imagine. I don't know until I get into it. So which one's got the most power? Because that one's mine.
Everybody wants power, right?
Of course, you gotta have power.
The good news is, based on the engine we were talking about, 9-speed automatic transmission, it's going to get you that acceleration a little bit quicker, so both of these are going to be plenty powerful enough.
So basically, they're the same.
Same power.
V6, 284 horsepower,
Never mind.
9-speed automatic transmission.
All right, I've had enough talk. Let's go drive this thing, see what it's like.
Time out, time out. Have you watched previous episodes?
I'm taking
I'm a little hesitant.
This
Is
is
he
a
okay?
high-end one.
He's got a
okay?
perfect
I'm taking the
record.
expensive one.
Okay.
All right.
It's a perfect
See
record.
you
He
later.
crashes every
Bye.
car.
Taking the expensive
Crashes every
one.
car.
It's getting a little bit old as him mentioning me crashing all the time with all the people that we meet. I haven't crashed in anything over a month, I think.
I'm definitely looking forward to jumping in this car, learning more about it, cruising Sugarland in it. Today's gonna be a good test for me to see how I like it.
The Pathfinder's been really quite a unique vehicle. I'd like to have a little bit more power. It's the same engine across all of the models, but the actual inside of it is really quite a unique machine. The technology was really cool. Everything was available at my fingertips, and the way that they've designed the heads-up display system, you can see your speed straight off the bat in the window, and then from there onwards, you've got loads of really intricate stuff that's very easy to use. It's not a sound vehicle, I could see that, because it wasn't a Freightliner sport chassis truck, but I did like the way it was laid out. Everything's really quite smart and neat and well designed. The moonroof, having the roof rack bars, everything was well designed from that perspective.
So we get to cruise around Sugarland in these brand new Pathfinders, fresh off the assembly line, something totally different. It was neat to see all the changes, a lot of advancements, a lot of new technology, great app that you can connect to your car and see what's going on and communicate with your car. A lot of cool features, a nice 9-inch pop-up display. Car can seat up to 9 people. So overall, great car, efficient car, not very powerful, but for what it is and what it's meant for, I do think it's a great car. I didn't know what to expect. Julian and I are walking up to City Hall. We're supposed to meet the mayor. I don't know if it's going to be true or not. Hal says he's got a direct connection to the mayor. He's going to give him a call, get us in the door. What do you know? We're walking up to the stairs, and what happens? Voila, the door is open. The mayor comes walking out to meet us. Couldn't ask for better timing.
I can't believe it.
He
Hal
came
actually
through.
came through
I know.
for us.
I didn't doubt
Hal
him.
did come
Welcome
through.
to Sugarland, Texas.
How
Hey,
are
Mr.
ya?
Mayor.
How y'all doing?
What's going on?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful.
Well, this is a neat place.
It is a
Very
neat
nice
place.
building.
It's a great city hall, isn't
We're
it?
seeing a lot of cool buildings around here.
You are seeing a lot of cool buildings here. This is one of our premier places, Sugarland Town Square. Anybody who comes to Sugarland, we've got a lot of stuff for them to do. We've got parks, we've got baseball, we've got an abundance of things to do here in Town Square. There's restaurants, there's places to shop.
Mr. Mayor, where should we go? What should we go and see here in Sugarland?
Well, let's start with Constellation Field, home of the AAA affiliate of the Houston Astros, the Sugarland Skeeters.
So we're talking cricket.
We're talking baseball.
Forgive him, but back to that baseball idea. We like speed, we like to go fast, mile an hour, horsepower, things like that. What's baseball got to do with that?
Baseball's a perfect sport.
How do you figure?
How?
Well, you got pitchers. I mean, they're throwing the ball 95 to 100 miles an hour. I mean, you guys ought to try that.
All right, that's fast.
I've never thrown a baseball
Speaking of which, we want to get the ability to try out for the team. Are they doing tryouts while we're here?
I can make a phone call.
And
Maybe
get
we
us there.
can get you guys in.
All right,
We
all
get
right.
place on the
Now we got
team.
we got some
That'd be
speed.
cool.
All right, what else? That's number one.
What's after that?
Brazos River Park. And we've got one of the most beautiful parks out there with the Crown Festival site. And we use that for our 4th of July. It seat anywhere from 30 to 40,000 people.
All right, we're gonna go grab our SUVs. We're gonna cruise around town for
I'm
sure.
looking forward to the baseball park.
Me too. That's gonna be kind of cool.
Yeah, let's do it.
Look
Thank
forward
you
to
for all
seeing
the
the
help.
city.
Thank
Oh,
you
it's
for all
pleasure.
your help and organising what you've done.
Thank
It's been
y'all.
brilliant.
I told you Hal would come through for us.
I have to be honest, I'm deadly surprised he came through,
No,
but
I
he
know.
did. I'll give him
I
that.
know. So the mayor brings up all these hot spots for us to go to, but doesn't bring up anything about horsepower, mile an hour, racing, anything that's in my blood. And that's where he corrected me. He says the baseball field is all about speed. Now, that's not the speed that I was thinking about, but you know what? It's gonna just be another competition for me and Julian to see who can throw a faster ball, if Julian can even throw the ball straight.
Pull up in the SUV and I see myself a baseball park by the looks of it. A nice one at that. first we've got to meet Tyler, the general manager. He's going to give us the permission to go down onto the green and basically throw these balls. It doesn't look anything like a cricket pitch, though.
Look at this place. We're gonna be playing ball in this place.
This is fantastic. I love it.
Sam, Julian.
Are you Tyler?
That's me. I'm Tyler.
Magic.
You've already got our equipment ready to go.
There you go. There's a
Look
glove
here.
for you, a glove for you.
You heard all about
I love
us.
it.
Absolutely.
So we heard that you've got 2 holes in the team and you need some players tonight.
Pitchers, nonetheless.
Sorry, but we don't have any holes in this team.
Really?
He hasn't heard about us.
Hey, I'm a cricketer.
You don't
How
know.
fast do you guys even throw?
Well, I'm
fast.
a cricket player, so I'm overarm and I'm 100 mile an hour easy.
100 miles an hour. It is extremely tough to throw 100 miles an hour. So for Julian to think that he's going to do it as a cricket bowler, it's not going to happen.
100 miles can't be that fast. I do that all day long. Bikes, jet skis, golf carts, we got it.
This is 100 miles an hour with your arm.
Yeah, I know.
Damn.
So if we can do it, we get a place on the team tonight.
If you do it, we'll sign you. We'll give you $1 million.
Million bucks in a contract?
Got a contract today.
I'll go write it up.
So he said there was a big contract for us if we could throw 100 miles an hour. So we're going to go and throw 100 miles an hour.
Julian, who knows nothing about baseball, only knows about cricket, says he wants to do a throwing competition because we're all about speed, and he says that's the only speed we're going to get. So he wants to do pitching to see who can pitch faster. All right, so I want to be very clear. Tyler said you have to pitch over 50 miles an hour
All right.
for the mile per hour gauge to register the speed of your pitch.
So for the radar to pick up the ball, you've got to do over 50 miles an hour.
Got to. Otherwise, you'll see
You
nothing.
should be able to get at least 60, I would imagine, 65.
Who, me or you?
You, because you're
Oh.
an American who plays baseball. I don't.
So-
My cricket throw might get me there, but I can't imagine my baseball will because I don't do it.
Your cricket throw won't get you anywhere.
Right, you ready?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So I do what I always see them do on TV. I double check the other bases. There's nobody on base. We're good. And I go ahead and pitch. Needless to say, it was not easy. 52.
52.
I think there's something
52.
wrong with that thing.
All right, so I'm winding up to pitch. How hard can this be? Wound up, ready to go. Bang! Out it goes. There's me thinking 98 mile an hour. Here we come. How wrong I was. 52. All right, here comes Europe.
Whoa, where the glove? Why are you taking the glove off?
Oh, it was funny as anything when I went to bowl in my cricket ball. That was hilarious because Sam wasn't expecting it to bounce and just ran away. He didn't know where the ball was going. He ran away. It was hilarious.
Julian decides he wants to do his cricket move. After all that song and dance that he does, it doesn't even register a speed. That's how slow it was. I had to pitch and pitch and pitch, and I was in the 50s, the 51s, the 52s. I finally squeezed out a 54 to beat Julian. I won. All I had to do was break 52, and I did it. I'm the champ. There you go. As happy as I am that I beat Julian, I do want to get out of here before Tyler finds us, because if he sees those numbers that are popping up on that board, he's going to laugh us all the way out of this park.
This is really bad baseball, and this is a gorgeous ground. It's a little bit on the embarrassing side.
We talked to get in here.
Let's sneak out the back door
Yes.
and go and get back in the
We'll
cars.
tell him we decided not to play out, do tryouts for the team.
That's right. We're not doing it. Let's keep going. So all in all, had a great time at Constellation Field here in Sugar Land. First time of throwing a baseball on a baseball pitch. It was really enjoyable, really good fun. But now we've got to get back to the SUVs, and we are going somewhere else in Sugar Land.
So here we are. The mayor recommended Brazos River Park, and right alongside of it is the Crown Festival Park at Sugar Land. Huge, huge place. It happens to be during the week, so there's not a lot of people here like the weekends where it's packed. It's the perfect time to race.
Why are you wearing that stupid helmet?
You like it?
It's stupid. Why are you wearing
It's
it?
not stupid, and I got you one.
What do I need a helmet
You're
for?
gonna need it. Listen, the mayor hooked us up. This is one of the stops on the bucket list. It's an amazing place. It's huge. It's wide open.
I have to say, it's massive, and it's empty as
It's
anything.
empty because it's during the week. That's the good news. It's during the week. We're gonna have some fun.
We are? What
Put
are we
that
going
on.
to do? All right, I'll put this on. You know, I haven't worn a helmet in years.
This is why you need that helmet.
Oh, wow. However, remember, everything's got to have a motor. These are
Right.
skateboards.
Right, I got you.
Skateboards.
Right, with a motor.
You got a
This
motor?
one is yours. Look at that. Motor.
Oh, it's got an electric motor.
I figured, what can we race here? It's not too fast. It's not going to upset everybody. I came up with skateboards, but not only skateboards. I came up with electric skateboards. And these things run close to 30 miles an hour. Granted, I haven't been on a skateboard in a whole bunch of years, and neither has Julian, so it's going to be entertaining to say the least.
So I'm all about competition. I knew there'd be something from a competitive point of view here at the park, but I didn't know what it was going to be. So then he reveals a pair of skateboards, hence the silly hat that he had on. But skateboards don't have motors. Well, that's what I thought at the time. But no, he managed to get hold of a pair of skateboards with electric motors in it. So yes, they fall into the category of motorized skateboards. You've got road wheels, longboard wide road wheels. This has got off-road wheels.
No, these are road wheels also. They don't make these for off-road. This is strictly for the street.
It's got knobblies.
It's got knobblies for the little bumps in the road.
Nah, I bet this can go off-road.
This is the perfect site for a race like this. Julian's always looking for a way to cheat. There's no way to cheat. You've got a sidewalk, you've got a big circle, the first man back wins. It's as simple as that. All right, you ready?
Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna go race.
It's a skateboard. How difficult can that be?
Exactly, it does all the work for you. It's electric, come
I
on.
have to say, though, I haven't been on one since I was like 12 years old.
It's like riding a bike, you'll be fine.
All right.
So the race starts. We're side by side. We jump on, we go. These things are a little sketchy. They have a lot more power than you expect, and they can get out from underneath you. Me and Julian took off. He had a little bit of a jump on me. Then I saw him go into what I call a tank slapper. Things started going left and right, and he started getting a little squirrely.
All of a sudden, I can feel him at the back of me, and I've got a little bit of a wobble. So I had to slowly shut off, and then he was able to get round me. And because he got that momentum, then I went back to flat out again. I couldn't keep up with him. His longboard's got big concrete-type wheels. I've got an even longer board with more flexibility, but with off-road tires. There's no reason why I couldn't use the board for what it was designed for. So I went across the grass.
I even started slowing down. I'm like, I got this. Why risk it? And next thing you know, I look back, and the guy is cutting across the field on his skateboard. Julian will always find a way to cheat, and that was his method. I got him at the end, I crossed the finish line, I still won, but even if he would have got me at the finish line, it wouldn't have counted as a win because that was a blatant cheat.
So it was a Sam win again. He got over the finish line before I did. I was coming this way and he was going that way. Quite funny, though.
It sounds like a broken record, but it is another Sam win, another Julian defeat, another check off on the board.
So all in all, it was a great day out. The park was wonderful, and I've never really ridden an electric skateboard before, so it was a lot of fun. Loads of open space to be able to do it in as well. So if you're going to lose somewhere, you might as well lose in a beautiful place like this.
This is crazy. What a small world. I come in and I see Tandon, of all people, the CEO of iService. And I've been talking to this guy for months. I'm trying to get it into my stores, and the guy's here.
It was fantastic running into Sam because I've been talking about utilizing iService in the power sports business for quite a while. Basically, what we're really trying to do is we're really trying to transform the customer experience.
Right.
So in the past, since 1977, nothing's ever changed. So customers would come on in, drop their keys, sit in the lounge for an hour. There's not a whole lot of trust. It is the car business.
Yeah.
And there's not a whole lot of understanding because you don't get to see anything. Right? So the communication is really lacking. So what we wanted to do is make it so you're communicating the way you want, not as much as the way the dealer wanted to 50 years ago.
The customers love it because it's so easy to pull in, drop off your car, leave, and get everything to your phone no matter where you are to know what's going on, get the updates, sign off on the repairs, pay for the repairs. It does everything for you. On the dealer side, it's great also because it makes the job so much easier and more efficient for your service advisors. It's all done automatically. Customer signs off, boom, done. You don't have the issue with the phones all day long.
Sam really liked it because his daughter came in and she had an issue with her vehicle, but because he was able to see it and she was able to see it, he felt very comfortable that the dealer wasn't taking advantage of her.
I think consumers in general feel a little bit uncomfortable when they take the car for a service. They always come up, you need this doing, that doing, the other doing, the other doing, and sometimes the bill can be a lot bigger than really you expect it should be. This system is really quite neat because what it does is the service technician is showing you on a camera what he intends to fix or what needs to be fixed. Well, I got a car up north and a car down south. What's it going to cost me to put both those cars into the system?
It's free to any customer that walks in any repair facility.
It's free? So it's a
Free's for
benefit.
me.
So it's a benefit for the consumer, but the service department's paying for it?
Absolutely. Julian really liked the service, but what he really perked up on is the My Loan financing. So we even finance repairs.
So I don't have to pay for it? You finance it for me?
Absolutely. Buy now, pay later.
I bet it's a huge
$750.
interest on it.
No, 0%.
0%? So, like, when I burnt my brake pads up on the Bentley, you'd finance that?
We go up to $750 at no interest.
$750 is definitely not enough for him. He crashes everything.
Well, if you
I don't
need
think
more,
I've ever had a bill that's lower than $750 when I get my car serviced.
if you need more, you can go up to $5,000. iService can help Julian with brakes, his tires, everything mechanical on the vehicle. As far as the exterior and the physical damage, you're gonna have to leave that up to the body shop.
So I had a great time here at Sugarland in Texas, and an even better time with the Pathfinders.
Not only that, we got to meet the mayor.
Oh, we got to meet the mayor, but Hal set the mayor up. And let's face it, Hal knows his stuff about Imperial Sugar.
Yeah, he says he's going to introduce us to the mayor. We never thought he'd come through.
And then the mayor came through for us as well.
No, the baseball was fun, but we went wrong there. We made a deal for like $1 million contract to throw a 100-mile-an-hour pitch.
But we did between the two of us, 52 and 52, whatever it was.
Wait a minute, 52. I had 54.
Oh,
Don't try to put me in the same category as you. That field was really cool, Constellation Field.
And then you came up with a great idea of actually skateboards. At first, though, I didn't think they had a motor.
You didn't believe me. They were motorized.
They certainly were motorized, 30-mile-an-hour skateboards. You had to know what you were doing.
The best part about this whole trip was I come back to the dealership and I run into Tandon. This guy and I have been negotiating a deal back and forth to get him into the power sports industry because his program is insane, which you just learned about.
Well, I have to be honest, I did just learn about it. Great
There's
idea.
no doubt. We accomplished a lot in Sugar Land.
We did.
We banged it out.
So you know how the show ends?
Absolutely.
Remember, it's not always about the destination, it's how you get there. Come on, let's get out of here. So all in all, had a great time in Sugar Land, loads of places to go and see. It was really enjoyable, really good fun. It's gorgeous, it's big, it's grandioso.
Back home in South Florida, there is nothing like this. But I can tell you what, if you want to come here and bring your family or actually get lost for a little while, you can do that.